across country. Like almost all, like as I said, every fourth society or every fourth or fifth society in all metro cities use Park Plus. Almost all top corporate buildings, like whether we talk about Brookfield, Blackstone, Mindspace, etc., all these guys use Park Plus fairly strongly. Because they also want a better consumer experience for their tenants, the people working or people staying in those kind of buildings. With Bombay, I'll talk about a specific example. For example, you talked about the smart cities and the common tie-ups. We have tied up with Best. So what happens is with Best, all the Best bus depots becomes available for Park Plus consumers to park their cars. So what happens is, like tomorrow, like parking spaces are limited. How do you increase spaces? Increase spaces by making sure that the spaces which are vacant right now or temporarily vacant can be used for parking. So today you can go to any of the Best bus depot, park your car for a couple of hours, do your work, take the car back. Fundamentally the way India is designed, actually, if you look at this, a developer will own a mall, and then there is a residential building close by, and then there is a corporate building also close by. Now corporate building parkings are busy in the weekday, but they are available in the evening and the weekend. Mall parkings are available in the weekday, but they are not available on the weekend. So how do you collaborate where the user coming in that area should be able to park any of these places? That way suddenly you double or triple the parking spaces available. And that can happen only when we collaborate deeply with the real estate builders in the building. So I thought I'll just also talk about a bit about the government tie-ups that I was mentioning, like things like we did Kumbh right now. We were the parking partners for Kumbh. Now Kumbh was probably the world's biggest event. Crazy kind of event. Some 60-65 crore people coming over a period of 45 days in a location. We managing that parking completely digitally through FASTag, etc. It's a massive experience kind of a thing. So everywhere what we are trying to do is to partner deeply with the government bodies. Coming back to this question around, sorry, can you just...
So the question is, what challenges did you face in all these?
So I think when we started, as I told you, we started with parking as the first hook. 2 months down the line, COVID happened. Now everywhere there is a lockdown, everywhere there is work from home, office buildings are closed, nobody requires parking, nobody wants to go out, etc., etc. And that is a point of time where we were also questioning ourselves, like, are we the right business? But the team was very excited, team was very motivated. Like how did we utilize our lockdown time is by doing drive-through vaccination drives. So like people were not going to government hospitals for vaccination. So we said, can we get people into offices, malls, etc. for vaccination? You keep sitting in your car keeps moving as a queue, and somebody will put a vaccine here. So, and like for example in places like Gurgaon, Noida, etc., a sizable part of their population got vaccinated through Park Plus vaccination drives and so on and so forth. So that was the first challenge. The second challenge was around a lot of the cars were being unused at that point of time. Third part is it is a manual thing, it's a hardware. Like for example, when you talk about access control is a hardware. Making sure that hardware works is very hard. We did not invent this hardware, we did not discover this hardware, but we just made this hardware work. Using tech, using manual operations, setting up right processes, etc. Today we would have barriers at close to about 18-20,000 locations across country, 50 plus cities. The barrier goes up and down some 2 crore times a day. So when you have that kind of a scale distributed fairly across, available at a right prices, we are not exorbitant in terms of pricing, and making it work is very hard. Something that did not exist, and now everywhere it is seamless. So that's just one of the examples. Then think of things like, for example, we work with valets and drivers and so on and so forth. That is like creating a lot of employment. But these valets and drivers are not, they were not using of technology earlier. Making sure that they work in a technology-driven time frame or ecosystem. Like it is fairly hard telling them to talk about challenge, which we are the biggest challenge across the country. The same thing, challenge is the people who are not paying on the government side. Localized in nature, how we organize those are the challenges which you face as a first mover, convincing people, building solutions, building solutions for internal folks, building solutions for external folks. This is fairly challenging, time consuming, and sometimes you even doubt yourself whether is it even, like for example, nobody in last 5 years have told me, "Ki Amit, this is not a problem worth solving." Everybody what has told me is, "Amit, the problem is so complex, do you think it can be even solved?" So continue to build, continue to evolve solutions. Like today and despite building everything, like we today have now close to about 1 million reviews on App Store. We probably are today highest downloaded, highest reviewed, highest rated, highest transacting car app in the country. 1 million consumers rating us at 4.6 star in Android, 4.7 star in iOS. This is very, very top. So building that level of experience in these kind of markets is very hard. Multiple. I think first thing what we have always focused is on the consumer obsession side. The consumer experience is India's topmost consumer. If there is a guy who is going to pay for experience, this is the guy. If this guy doesn't pay for experience, then nobody in India will pay for experience. This guy, 5 years back, he used to talk about buying a 5 lakh rupee car as a first car. Today he's buying a 12-13 lakh rupee car as a new car. This guy 5 years back used to bother over mileage. Now today he doesn't bother over mileage, he bothers about SUV, better experience and so on and so forth. So this did not used to exist earlier. Now, so what we have been able to focus over a period of last 5 years is to build a very, very superior consumer experience. And when you build a superior consumer experience, that means you talk to the consumers nearly every day, you read their reviews, you figure out what are the pain points, you figure out how can you continue to improve your customer experiences, etc. So most of our solutions that we have built are built with observing the consumers. Like I personally would read roughly about every single review that has been posted on Park Plus app in last 5 years. Every day I would be reading close to about 200 to 50 reviews that are getting posted. So idea is to just making sure you understand what are the pain points, what are the challenges consumers are facing, what are the things which people are not able to understand. So when you do that, then you start, and the other part is also you have to also visualize the future. How should the experience be designed? Like it is not only about what are the pain points today. Like everybody was happy with the horse. Somebody thought of a car, and that is the reason the car got built. So the idea is, and now that we have built the whole ecosystem, auto ecosystem trust us, whole real estate ecosystem trust us, the builders trust us. They have seen our scale, they have seen our operations working. It becomes now easy to, like for example, when we go to the corporate building, now when we talk about, earlier they used to talk only about parking. Now they talk about parking, access control, slots outside, valet, EV charging, ride sharing, like 7-8 things. And they now look at the holistic view of the campus. That did not used to happen earlier. It takes time to build your credibility in the ecosystem. It takes time. India fundamentally is a trust-driven society. If people trust you, they will go very extra miles for you. But for building that trust, it takes time. You can't build that trust overnight. See, the way where India is structured right now, I would expect the car mobility percentages to keep going down. Like US would have 80-90% of the population having a car, China would have 80-20% of population having a car, India has only 3-4%. So our urban cities aren't well designed for public transport. It is very hard to, while the government has been putting in a lot of effort, we have seen metros coming in, we have seen highways coming in, but it is, like the pace at which the population is growing, the expectations are growing, is the infrastructure within the cities is coping with the same pace? Probably no. So idea is this will keep growing. Shared mobility will also keep growing, kind of thing in a parallel. At a point of time we'll reach an inflection point, and when you talk about the shared mobility, I think the corporate guys will have to flip. Like once you start flipping on the corporate side, that is the point of time you will start flipping on because corporate is what you go every day. And like as I gave the example, Rajwari to Gurgaon, there will be 5,000 cars coming every day. If that 5,000 becomes 3,000, then on official usage, then on personal usage also people will start using the shared mobility. But before that, the personal mobility will keep going. are doing a fantastic job in getting everybody together. I think in our busy lives, it becomes hard to understand what everybody else is doing. So getting everybody together, helping folks like us to showcase our solutions that at a single location, where the builder is also able to see all the solutions at a single location. Builder is able to see the credentials, etc. Do kind of a matchmaking kind of a thing. Help us demonstrate what we are building, and also help us understand the problem statements. See, solutioning is a function of problem statements as well. So, like till the time we don't get these kind of platforms to engage with a lot of folks at a one single place, it becomes hard to build a solution or envision the future. Like you guys have been doing a fantastic job in this. So, thank you for this.
Hi guys, I'm Amit Lakhotia. I'm the founder of Park Plus, and I'm sitting here with our ORGATEC team. See you guys 4 to 6 November at the Geo Convention Center, Bombay, at the ORGATEC event. Thank you.